Okay, so Sunday mornings for us is a big hiking morning. Like get up early, go for a good hike, come back and then make some brunch. But I also take this opportunity to get a little bit of meal prep done for later in the week. So I think a lot of people when they're doing meal prep, you know, they kind of get stressed out trying to do full meals, where I like to kind of focus on just having some components that I can just kind of throw together or use for a few different things. So like, for example, this morning I'm cooking off a whole bunch of bacon. Gonna eat some of it today. And then the leftovers, you know, I can use them in the morning for a quick breakfast. Just microwave it really quick, throw it in a McMuffin. It's not really a McMuffin. In a sandwich. Sometimes I'll chop it up and throw it in a salad. I also make like the candy garlic tomato sauce, the gnocchi, also on the website. I have those in the freezer. I can pull those out, chop up some of the bacon, throw it in the sauce, throw in some frozen peas. I've got a great dinner with that. I cook off extra sausage. Being a good old Englishman, I love myself a cold sausage sandwich. Grew up with those. So I'll just slice those, white bread, a little bit of HP sauce, or I can chop them up and throw them in a breakfast hash. I'm going to scramble some eggs. I know it's not always best reheating eggs the next day, but when you're in a hurry, I always make a little bit extra. I always have like tortilla shells kicking around. There's always salsa and cheese in the fridge, so I can make a quick breakfast wrap in the morning with that as well. When it comes to the hash browns, anytime I'm making dinner and I'm doing like a boiled, like a Yukon Gold potato or even the small nugget potatoes, I always make extra, throw them in. I can quickly chop them up and do a very quick breakfast hash. So you can see like just these little components and how I can pull them and use them later in the week. The other thing too is like don't feel ashamed or have anybody make you feel bad if you use some ready-made stuff in your pantry. A well-stocked pantry is one of the best things for meal prep. You know, I make a great breakfast bean that we sell through Central Park Farms, but sometimes I just want a nice can of Heinz beans with my breakfast. I love getting those dehydrated hash browns from Costco. I think there's like 9 in a pack. They're in those cartons. I use them for breakfast like this. I'll brown them on here. I make breakfast gratins that I can freeze and use another time. Quick breakfast as well. So there's lots of different things like that. So don't feel bad about cheating a little bit that way. Another thing we have on the website, we have the blueberry pancakes. The batter doesn't hold up well once it's mixed, but when you make the pancakes, I just make extra, throw them in the freezer, and I can take them out during the week, a quick microwave, or throw them in the toaster oven. They turn out really, really good. Our frittata recipes, our French toast casserole recipes, again, I can make a batch of these on a Sunday, bake them off, cut them up into squares, wrap them, throw them in the fridge. Just going to pull them out the night before, a quick microwave in the morning. I've got myself a quick breakfast, so I'm ready to go. So that's just a few things I do with my Sunday brunch, and a few other little tips for doing a little bit of meal prep for breakfast.